Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're watching this, from wherever you are. I hope it's a good day. And yeah, we're looking ahead to tomorrow's game at Ellen Road, our third game in a row against at Ellen Road. Um, and hopefully we can get another win. And just as I'm saying this, Arsenal look like they're going 1-0 up against West Ham. Of course, you will know the outcome of the game um, by the time it comes out, but they've just literally scored. I think it was tap in from Gabriel Jesus. So we know recently what he can do against us. He got 2 goals. Let's see how many he can get in this one. But yeah, that's good for us. Obviously, West Ham just a point ahead of us, and given the games that obviously Forest have still to play today as of recording, yeah, it's a very simple kind of. It's a nice little play actually from. It's a lovely goal. To be fair, he's well onside. And it's a cross from White, I think, and then Jesus has tapped it in. But we're looking ahead to Leeds and Liverpool on Monday Night Football. Can we get the double done over Liverpool? Haven't checked many stats, but I don't think we've ever done that before. Maybe when we were decent in the early 2000s, we might have done it. But we'll come on to form over this fixture in a little while. Obviously, it's a home game again, like I said, our third in a row. So there'll be no sort of travel news or things like this, that, and the other. I haven't even checked the weather actually for tomorrow, but it's looking decent, um, today. So hopefully it'll continue into tomorrow evening. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. Let me know if you're going in the comments there below and how you're feeling about this one. Hopefully Leeds can do a bit better than they did last Sunday, and in that 5-1 defeat was a disaster, wasn't it, really? But without any further ado, because I'm rabbiting on, let's talk about team news. Javi Gracia, always very tight-lipped about everything, isn't he, injury news-wise. I think Max Fober potentially could be back in. He's been training. He said he was, again, very, very tight-lipped on if he was going to play. We need him back because with him in the team, we look no doubt a lot more solid. Lots and lots of goals conceded, 10 in our last 3 games, and Max Fober is needed. I think he's missed all 3 of them games, so he's needed. We look so much better. Him and Robin Cox seem to have struck up quite a partnership. Otherwise, it might be Gracia is not afraid to change it. Maybe Liam Cooper comes back in, or he doesn't seem to like him. Maybe it's Strauch and Koch. We need Fober back in, but yeah, I actually think probably Strauch and Koch if Fober's not there. Other than that, I think there are 1 or 2 injuries but he's very tight-lipped on it, isn't he? He doesn't want to speak about it. He was very, very pushed, um, you know, to say anything else about it. And just as Arsenal have just scored again, it's 2-0 after just short of 10 minutes. It looks like Martin Odegaard has scored. So, yeah, looks like that game's done and dusted. If they can get a bit of a thrashing, West Ham, the goal difference will come down. So, yeah, not good for them. Good for us. So, we'll see what happens in that one. Obviously, going on to Liverpool then. I'm sorry, it's a bit all over the place here. Going on to Liverpool then. Just incidentally, it's a lovely goal. Martinelli crossover. Odegaard's unmarked, sort of 7-8 yards out, is it? Or, yeah, little chip up. Edge of the penalty box, chipped across. Yeah, 6 yards out, puts it through Fabianski's legs. 2-0 to Arsenal. Looks, done and dusted, and they look like they've replied quickly with City winning. City result was again another one good for us. Incidentally, all the teams in the bottom 3 have lost so far this weekend. Forest play Man United. We'll feel a little bit strange supporting Man U, but needs must at this time of the season. So Liverpool looking very, very strong at the moment. No wins in 5 games though, incidentally. And off half, we're in better form coming into this one actually, with 2 wins out of our last 5 games. Liverpool haven't won any of their last 5 games. Last time out, drew 2 apiece, with Arsenal coming back from 2 goals down. Could have won that game as well. They did look good, missed a penalty. Mo Salah did, so they could have won that game. They didn't. Like I said, no wins in 5. They've got an odd result in them. Obviously, lost to Bournemouth um, not that long ago. I think that's actually in that run of fixtures as well. That defeat to Bournemouth away from home. So they've got an odd performance in them. Can we capitalise on their sorry form? I'm not so sure. On their day they can turn it on, can't they? Mo Salah, um, Darwin Núñez, Diaz is back in. Gakpo, of course, could potentially have been a Leeds United player, and is no, obviously, who wasn't. So the front line is scary. The back line, is decent, although Virgil van Dijk, I believe, can actually be got at. Konate is the only sort of question mark, but Jurgen Klopp has said that he's in the training sessions. He's probably most likely going to play. He said of Leeds that it's a massive atmosphere at Ellen Road. It's a massive fight. It's going to be a difficult game given our circumstances in the league table. He did speak of our thrashing against Palace, but he did say that these things can happen, and it's the magic of football. I think he said Roy coming back in, and they slapped us, didn't they? Obviously last week. We need a reaction from that. We need to see it. They've had sort of, by the time it kicks off, 8 days to stew over this Palace result. I believe they went away. Some of the squad had their own little few days away. Obviously, some of the boys were pictured on Amazon's coverage of the Monte Carlo Masters, watching Novak Djokovic in his pursuit for that trophy. He just squeezed through, I think. But some of the boys, Firpo and Sinisterra, and I think Weston McKennie was there as well, all pictured in Monte Carlo in the early part of the week. So they've had a little bit of time to recover. Hopefully it's back to hard work and grafting and putting a good performance. It's a difficult game against Liverpool. Obviously, the form table doesn't lie. Obviously, they're not in good form, coming into it. But we haven't beaten Liverpool since November 2000, that massively iconic game where Mark Viduka got 4 in a 4-3 win. That was the last time that we beat them at Ellen Road. That's obviously, going on 22 and a half years ago, going on 23 years ago. We've only played them 8 times in that space of time. But we haven't won any of the games at Ellen Road. We've actually had better of it at Anfield, of course, in the the reverse fixture in October, Halloween. I think it was a day before Halloween, wasn't it? We went to Anfield and are still the only team at Anfield to win there this season. Crescencio Somerville's late winner gave us a 2 and a very, very, very unlikely 2-1 win under Jesse Marsh. That one when he did that silly celebration as it went in, very funny but very silly. Obviously we won the game. Liverpool, it's a bit of revenge for them. I think Klopp was asked about it in his press conference, wasn't he? He says, I think, they'll be wanting to get one over on us tomorrow night. So it's a difficult match, this, even though Liverpool are not in quite the form that they usually are. Had a bit of a dip this season from their high standards, and it's not going so well for them. But they're still a very, very dangerous opposition, and one that we need to be very wary of. If we can somehow get the 3 points, it would be very, very welcome. But like I said, West Ham looking like they've probably lost already. Nottingham Forest hopefully will follow suit and lose as well, which means that we will not be in the. I don't think we'll be in the relegation zone anyway, because obviously Everton lost as well. But we need to start picking up points and start performing, because last weekend's thrashing at home against Palace was a bit alarming, wasn't it? But just incidentally, the referee for this one is Craig Pawson. Hasn't refereed Leeds United this season as of yet. He has Liverpool a couple of times, I believe. He is a Europa League referee from Sheffield, sort of mid-40s, from Sheffield. Will he think, no, not Leeds, he's coming home to his home county. Will he, have any decisions? Hopefully we'll just pass by and we won't be talking about Mr. Pawson's performance when it's time to review this game. But that's him. Like I said, the weather conditions are probably going to be pretty dry and quite pleasant for this one, with it being kind of going into kind of it's late April now, isn't it? It's the back end of the season, weather starts to improve, and the games themselves start to mean more and start to hot up. Hopefully we can get something out of this one. Let me know in the comments what you're feeling about it. Obviously, Leeds United will line up in their all-white strip. I presume Liverpool will probably be in their red strip as well, but it could be any of three. Potentially they go with the green one. Let's wait and see. But that's not really important. It is for us. We haven't won. Still haven't won in another kit other than the home strip. But it is a home game, so that's the way to do it. Home form is better than our away form. Hopefully 3 points come and we can start to build forward and build away from the relegation zone. Let me know what you're thinking. Thanks very much for watching. March on together. I'll see you on the next one.